This is day 2 of the 30-day LSD of the LSD experiment. I have reached day 10. It's time for us to start. The days. The days pass by me ever so slowly, and yet ever so quickly. I'm never on my own schedule. I'm always on somebody else's schedule. Sometimes I just want to get away. I want to get away to my books. I want to get away from the outside world every chance I get. And every chance I want to get away from the outside world, I don't want to deal with reality sometimes. Because reality is a very ugly place. A very, very ugly place. We live in a world full of overactive thinking individuals that question one thing and sometimes I don't know. The world has become too anal for its own good, and everybody knows it. Everybody can see it. People take offense to the most slightest things just because it offends them. Some people would find sex very offending just because, oh, look, there's a penis. Oh, look, there's a vagina. Oh, look, there's a nipple. Oh, look, our kids cannot look at what cannot be seen. Well, fine. Then you try to tell your kids what sex is about. I know there are some parents out there who want to sugarcoat what is really just a part of nature. It's a thing I find ridiculous. When I used to work on a daily basis at my job, I found out the most silliest things to ever be uttered in school. Sadly, I don't remember what those things that were uttered were, but To this very day, I still don't understand why I had to go through the medium grind for like, oh, say, possibly, like 5 hours a day. Yes, I work 5 hours a day. From the time I go in to the time I leave, which is about around 10, 11-ish, 10, 11-ish to 3 to 4. Usually, I want to shake my head at the world. Because the real problem is, there are too many stupid people out there. There are too many people who just want to censor the world. And I'm sorry, but the world cannot be censored. I mean, the world may be a messed up place. But that's only because we blame the wrong people for that state. And I mean, you know, I'm on good terms with my boss. You know, me and her talk, you know, in small sessions. When it's not work related, we do talk. Nothing wrong with that. But the main thing that bugs me the most is just seeing the fact that I know there are things I want to say, but there are things I can't say. Sometimes I find myself utterly frustrated because there are just some things I want to do to help make the world a little better. Yeah, at the same time, I find myself worried. About the content that I show, because there might be some people who will probably recognize my voice, or they'll probably see the content I show. And yes, I worry about that. I worry about that a lot. Because I don't know who watches my stuff. Hell, I rarely get comments if I do a good job or not. I'm constantly worried if I'm going to get flagged for showing some inappropriate material just because. And I think I said this before. I said this in a previous video that probably won't go up until, like, oh, say before I go to bed. Which isn't that far off. And the more frustrated I get, the more flustered I get. And you wonder why sometimes I don't do certain games. Like, say, for instance, I don't do horror. I don't do horror because it's overrated. You got games like Silent Hill and Resident Evil and Left 4 Dead. Now, Left 4 Dead is different because it doesn't feel like a survival horror. It's just like, well, you're to survive. That's basically it. Then there's Killing Floor. That's the same thing. You're just there to survive. That's it. Not much on the horror emphasis. It's all on personal preference. And when asked, why am I doing this game? Sometimes I wonder, why am I doing this game? To question one's sanity, or therefore as a means to show off how crazy I am or how manly I can become or something, I don't know. Because usually, I don't get any of the shit that I do sometimes. And I put in like 3-4 hours, maybe longer, on certain projects. Maybe more so. Just because I got a lot of content. You think this game will crack me? I'm pretty sure there's some people out there who think this game is going to crack me. This game hasn't cracked me. Besides, I've done some things in my life that, well, may seem inappropriate to some viewers. Like, most people don't know this, but believe it or not, I am that of a rape survivor. Yes, I said it, I have survived being raped. You see, when I was in Japan, I stayed there with my ex. She was my wife at one point in time. And I remember clear as day what happened. We went out for an air conditioning unit. That thing was like twice my strength. I didn't have the energy to carry it, let alone pick it up. It was raining, and we were in Tokyo. When I basically tried, and I do mean tried, I tried carrying it, I lost my grip. And then once I lost my grip, I was so upset. Never have I been so upset because I've lost strength. I really didn't get that much sleep. So So, what I did was... And people don't see this. People just don't see Grendizer. I see. What had happened was... Okay. Back to back. Ooh, back to back. Cutscenes. What I remember was that following day, I took off my clothes, climbed into bed, and I slept for hours. And I mean, I slept until, like, say, midnight. And then, around midnight, I heard a loud thump. I know it was the stairs. I knew it was the stairs. And that's when I knew it was her. And so, for the first time ever, I felt true terror. Because the way they sounded so loud and so hard. The steps, I mean, that I clearly thought something was going to happen, and I was defenseless. So I grabbed the cover and held it as tight as I can. Then somehow, for some reason, the door opened, and there she was. And I was so terrified at what happened. So what she did was she put her hand to my mouth, muffling me, and then she had her way with me. And outside my family, I have never told anybody else this. I've only told a few people about it, but as for me actually saying it like this, as I'm going through this 30-day experiment, I can clearly say that was perhaps the hardest memory I had to pull out my head for a long, long time. Seeing this reminds me of the movie Premonition, and not the English version. I'm talking about it either reminds me of Premonition, the Japanese version, or The Ring. Clearly, I think it is. Hi there. How you doing? Would you like to listen to my story? Would you like to say hi to the people out there? Day 2, I haven't gone crazy yet. The realization hasn't sunk in. Mainly my mind is in a zen state right about now. My mind has to stay in a zen state. Because after everything I've said so far, I can clearly say I am truly fucked up in the head. After surviving 2 assaults in my life, one in which that crazy woman nearly choked me out with a plastic bag. The other time, she beat me with a fucking dumbbell on my right side. You wonder why I'm pissed? Yeah, there's a reason why I'm pissed. You wonder why I have a dark side that's much darker than anybody else? Because I've been fucked up beyond all reason. Oh, because I've been physically and mentally and emotionally hurt. My persona has never been the same. I haven't been the same. I know this for a fact. Because I feel that connection is not simply there as normally you would see it. And my persona has been with me since, I lost my father. That's a hard thing to take. And most people say, oh, well, you know, you got to get past it. It's not the fact that I got past it. It's the fact that the one person that I really want to help me in my life isn't here anymore. Even those I consider my grandparents aren't here anymore. It's not an easy pill to swallow. And I know this for a fact. I've lived with it most of my life. It has not been easy. Because there are times in which I really do want to get a good, loud cry out. But all I'm going to get, instead of let it out, is, you're too old for this. I'm too old to cry? Well, if that is the most biggest bunch of bullshit I've ever heard in my life, just to say, oh, you're too old for this. Well, I've seen other people cry too. Sometimes I do need to get a good cry out. It's not a fact. It's not a matter of pride. It's just that I've had a lot of things inside me for quite some time. And sometimes I cannot be, I cannot try and not be unemotional. It's not that I can't look past what happened to me. I can look past it, but I can still remember it. I can talk about it. But I don't think anybody could comprehend how I felt during that time. Even as I'm saying this right now, I doubt anybody in RCO would actually understand how I've been going through this kind of shit. What has been sitting within my very brain for the last couple of years. I doubt anybody who was listening to the sound of my voice understand what kind of bullshit I've been going through for the last couple of years, let alone days of what's been happening to me. I doubt even my own folks would understand, could even comprehend how I'm feeling. Why? Because nobody ever asked. Usually, I have what is inside me known as a ball of anger. Because that's how I see my anger. I see my anger as a orb, an empty orb. And whatever that bothers me to the point where it gives me a headache like the one I'm getting now, it builds. It's like that rage meter in Dynasty Warriors 8, where you get enough kills that you basically build up that meter just to unleash that rage. That's what that is. That orb is just like that Musa. Is that Ikari meter, not Musa meter, Ikari meter. And And I've been filled with so much rage in my life, so much anger, so much of everything else. That I'm technically just I don't know. It's like some kind of force just telling me to release it, explode it, you know. It's like Ultima, you know, you just want to release that energy and just like destroy anything within its past, or maybe it's like Meteor, I don't know. It feels like both Meteor, Ultima, Flare, and all that just rolled into one. I worry about the things that I do in life. I have good ideas sometimes, but sometimes I don't know. The ideas I have in my head, aside from the normal ideas, whatever normal ideas I have in my head, sometimes I have dreams like this in which I'm in a room like this, and I'm just sitting in this chair, and I'm staring at this, and I look at this thing, and I want to know some of the questions that I want, some of the questions I ask. And these are real deep, hard-hitting questions that I often want to ask, but never getting a response for it. And then, you know, I kind of want to look at my younger self and just say, what happened? Sometimes I find my younger self in my own dreams. And sometimes I wonder if I made the right choices in my life. Just as I'm wondering now if I made the right choice in my life, even as I am an author, a teacher, and yes, even an LPer, I still have to wonder about the things I've done in my life. I wonder about the many things that make me me, and if I had changed anything in my life, would I still be the same person? I worry a lot. Can't be helped, because a lot of people tend to manipulate what I should do with my life, instead of anybody just telling me, this is what I suggest you do. No, it's always, you need to do this, you need to do that. It's never, well, I suggest, since you're going down this path, I only have one person telling me this. And I mean, maybe not just one, but probably a few people. And these are from total strangers who actually give me some good advice to what I should do. I don't get any kind of good advice in a while. Because there are some people who say, I don't know what you should do. And sometimes I just want an answer. Not to search for it, but I just want some kind of pathfinder in my life. That's what I really want. A pathfinder just to lead me on the path that I feel is right. Not just because, this is an expectation from this person. I've been tired of expectations since my father passed away. And then my grandparents passed away shortly thereafter. That made everything a bit much more worse. But what is there to say about that? Nothing. Not much to say about it. So, I'm going to stop here, because that really took a lot out of me. So when I come back, day 3 of the LSD experiment. So I'll see you soon.